3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm T-Speaker222 with Dogecoin and you, and we can face it. This is an emergency update. This is why I told you guys in my Telegram, if you're not part of the Dogecoin and you Telegram, you must join it. This is why I've been warning everybody, don't buy yet on Matic. Let's let this go down because we're going to come down. And the bearish continuation pattern is scaring the hell out of me, guys. And you know what else? Our miles indicator, we haven't seen it yet in a while on the station. So 3x in 1 year. So what I predict is for Bitcoin to cut it by 1/3 this year. So 3x in 1 year. So I'm going to assume we're not going to 3x. We'll probably cut by 1/3. So we're going to have a crypto bear market for about a year, it looks like, based on Miles' prediction. And it's been a pretty accurate indicator, as you guys know. So I think we're going to have a pretty rough stretch here for the next 6 months to about a year. Not saying we can't make swing trades, but this is going to be brutal right here. I'm coming on because I think we have a bearish continuation pattern in the much larger time frames. And I don't usually talk about, I'm not talking about Bitcoin. We'll use Ethereum. So Ethereum is working on its bearish continuation pattern. And you can see it in the 4-hourly. You can see it in the weekly. And until this stair-stepper formation is done, I would never advise anybody to buy. And it's hard to buy a short as well because you can get liquidated on these little moves like this. So right now, unless you bought the top of a drop, like unless you bought something like this and then you're on it now and you're trying to hold through, I would never advise somebody to short here unless they're using low leverage. I'm not even shorting right now because I'm going to buy the reversal and use like 5x leverage on my Matic or even 10 to 20x on Matic for a long run here once we reverse. But it's not going to be what everybody thinks. It's not going to be like Miles is telling everybody or all these other people, and they're going to really get you hammered because as long as you're listening to me right now, you're out. I even showed you the channel win with Ethereum, so all of our stuff runs on Ethereum. And guys, I'm not out of Matic. I'm so ready to buy Matic. My blood is boiling to buy Matic. It's just it wasn't the right time. So while I was experimenting with stuff, I didn't want to get us trapped. So the daily time frame, if that 20 crosses the 200, you can expect a nice little continuation to the downside here because the 20's got to get to the bottom. The 200's at the top, followed by the 100, followed by the 50. The only thing out of whack here is we got to complete a quick divergence here in the daily. I'm telling you guys, it looks like it's going to be messy. This could get messy. We might come all the way back down to this uptrend or down to here. It's going to be messy though. We still have a stair stepper here, and I'm not saying it's not going to be without, maybe even pull-ups, but it's going to get messy here because we still got a stepper formation here, and it's still got ways to go. So I think we're in a little bit of trouble here, as I said earlier, which is why nobody's in a position, unless you're dollar cost averaging and doing your own thing. Doge, same deal. Doge is struggling, and if it gets hitting down here, guys, I'm telling you guys here, Doge as well. Yes, it can have these little runs, but if Bitcoin does fall, Doge is going to be one that's hard hit. It really is. It's out of whack here. It hasn't even completed its bearish divergence in the 4-hourly. It really hasn't. We got this little burst here, and these are often fake outs. Look at the volume. The volume's decreasing on that push up with the way this daily candle is. The 4-hour candle is. So we're going to see. We're really going to see here. But to me, it doesn't look great. And it looks like we still need to come down a little bit. I'm just being honest. I'm not buying into this. Not yet. I'll wait until it verifies its way up a little bit. But I swear with Matic, I can see. Oh, yeah, I see a little more of a dump down here. But in the short. See, here's the problem, guys. In the 30. Now, you might be able to take out a short trade or a short long trade if you're leveraging, but I don't advise people to leverage. But it could come up here, and then it might pour out. But then what if you took a leverage trade out here, right? And it comes down here first to bounce, then comes up here, then does that. Or you're like, oh, well, I'll just buy here then. Well, what if you buy here, and then it liquidates a bunch of people real quick on a quick wick like it likes to do, and then just does that real quick? There's a no-win situation when you're looking at this. Now, if you're doing a shorter leverage style position, then yeah, it's different. But I don't know many leverage traders that are going in for a quick chop on the market that aren't going to throw it up to at least 20x because people are greedy. For me, when I leverage trade, I do 20x with $200 or $250, $300. But I'm not throwing 2,000 on a 20x trade, as enticing as it might be. What I do like to do, and I'm going to experiment on this next run up, is I'm going to be doing some 10x leverage trading. I'm like $400 or $500, and I'm going to have Matic, and I'm going to have Doge. No, not Doge. I'm going to have Matic. I'm going to have Ethereum. I'm going to have ADA. No, maybe not Ethereum. Matic, ADA, Litecoin, and Shiba probably. Maybe a little bit of Doge. It just depends where they're at. And I might do a bunch of 250 10x leverage when I think, or 5x, and then add to it as I feel more comfortable. And just have tight stop losses at certain areas. But, you know, there's going to be an opportunity here, and I want everybody to be on board. In the very immediate short term, if you're in a position, I mean, the 30-minute RSI, at least on Matic, is getting into the oversold. So on the 30-minute, we could have a possible reversal from here up to 138, but I don't think it's going to be much more than that at this point. Not yet. We have an increase in volume, which is a problem. It is decreasing now, but we did have a couple push-up attempts. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got another push in volume to push us down a little farther. Bitcoin, excuse me, is breaking. If it breaks this area right here, this is where the problem will start, ladies and gentlemen. If we break, this is where the fireworks start. If we break this 39,559 with some volume, the problem is, though, look how far down we are on the RSI. This screams reversal right here in the very immediate short term. Not saying it can't come down farther, but we are quite oversold in the 30 minutes. So there could be an opportunity here in the broader markets. Looking at this in the smaller time frames, oh yeah, there's an opportunity here once we hit this bottom. I don't know where it's going to be. It could end up back here at 29.49, or it could be where we're at. It could be a little lower. But there's a definite reversal coming to retest this drop somewhere. It's screaming at us right now. See IOTA. Oh, wait a minute. We don't care about IOTA. ADA. We do, but not in this group. ADA, same thing. We're starting to come down into these areas where now it's getting enticing, guys. Look at the RSI in the 30. We can still come down more, and the stochastic. But definitely pay attention here. We'll talk more in the group. Make sure to hit that like button. If you want to join for $9.99 a month, you get the exclusive Telegram. And guys, it's fire. It's fire. You talk to me and we make sure what's going on in the trading world. So I expect to see you guys in here. Hit that like button.